Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 5 with a kind of team adventure. Sadly we can't do them properly on this game yet, but this is going to act as if it was a team adventure from Horizon 4. So we've got a selection of B-class cars. Now these are using 2-litre or smaller engines. So we've got lots of small engines going racing. I'm driving a Corsa. I had a very fast one on Horizon 4, figured why not have a go with one on Horizon 5. I've got a Corsa with off-road race tyres, because these races, these adventures, they go around a series of different circuits, and it's going to be mixed surface, so we have 3 tarmac and 2 off-road. My vehicle is going to be more geared towards the off-road. I'm wondering whether I might have actually made a little bit of a dodgy call. I've gone for front-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive was very, very fast in Horizon 4. I'm hoping it's going to be again. The Pulsar's going to be all-wheel drive, of course. I don't know what else might be here. I don't know whether my tyres are going to be great off-road, but it might have been better going something different. We'll have to wait and see. Really, don't quite know what we're going to see with this. Outside of the engines being 2-litre or smaller, the rest of the restrictions are pretty open for this, so there can be engine swaps, some things can have turbo rally engines and so on. There can be some cars running all-wheel drive that wouldn't normally be, and all of that kind of good stuff. Now there is 2 Corsas in this one. There's me and Impega in Corsas. Impega's on semi-slicks. So we've gone complete opposites to each other with the same car, completely different builds. I mean, I've got a good chunk of power, about 270 horsepower I think in this, which is a really nice chunk of power for a B-class car. Oh, there goes the Pulsar. It's going to have a little bit of a sneaky look, but I think it's going to run out of straight line speed. Now the Twerk Stallion is a curious one, because that's got the RX-7 engine can get swapped into it. That actually drops it a whole load of PI down, which is why it's in B-class. Oh, Nax missed a checkpoint and I hit a wall. The Bugatti's long gone at the front. We're going to not worry about that. Here comes the Pulsar again. Here comes Impega. Now Impega is going to be quicker than me around this circuit, I would expect. We might be able to beat their car in a straight line, but that's about it. You are going to miss the checkpoint over there. Oh, the Alpine's found a middle gap. And we're 4 wide while we're all busy battling for position. Yep, we are going to have a... No! Just made it to that checkpoint. No point even fighting Impega's car through here. We know that's going to be better than us. There's no point doing anything crazy fighting it, I should say. We know that's going to be better than us through these corners. We're going to have a look maybe around the outside of the Pulsar. Can I go to second, get the car off the corner nicely on that wider line? We get it off the corner nicely, but not able to really do all that much. Not going to be able to do anything through here. Now the fact that Alpine is so fast is pretty scary. That thing is on off-road race tyres, so that's very quick around the tarmac circuit. That's probably going to beat us everywhere, but we've got a good little battle, a good little scrap here with the Pulsar. We're not going to have a look into turn 1. We're going to be too far back. We're going to have a lot bit of understeer, in fact. The Alpine's lost out to him. Admittedly, we got passed kind of by the Alpine because we were doing 3 wide in a place we shouldn't be 3 wide. Pulsar's in the way a little bit through here. Can I get a good run? We're going to get a run here, actually, to the inside. Try and not understeer. In fact, we have got clear now of that Pulsar as we go to run up the hill. So Impega's up to second with the semi-slick shod car. The Scirocco is on a climb back up from having missed a checkpoint. I mean, I guess if you miss a checkpoint, at least if you do it on the first lap, you have a chance to climb back through the field in all of this. Bugatti's vanished. It's in a different class. We're going to not pay any attention to it in this race. It's not worth caring about, quite frankly. The Alpine's out wide has actually hit the wall through there. We are going to almost hit the wall ourselves. Thankfully, we didn't. Okay, we've got a little gap back to the Pulsar. Scirocco, I think, is going to pass us soon in all of this. Oh, that's fine. We're going to get that understeer mid-corner. Okay, no, we've not got anything having a look. Can we hold on to 4th till the end of the race? That is the big question. That was ambitious by me. We're going to have to slow it down, park it on the apex a little bit through there. Make it awkward if a car was going to think about having a look. Oh, here it goes. The Scirocco is going to have a look. Not sure I've got any answer really for the Scirocco in all of this. We're going to try and hold it out wide through here. Can't stop in time. It's going to cut back and will pass us on the exit. That's fine. I can't. Whether I'd held it there on that particular corner, it was going to get us anyway. I think it's just too quick around this circuit. Yeah, this is not likely to be the strongest circuit for the Corsa. It's doing quite well for what it is. No, just haven't got the turn in through there. Ah, that's annoying. It's a smidge too ambitious. Now I've got to do all that work getting past the Pulsar again, and I might run out of time to do that. We'll give it everything on this final lap. Carry lots of speed through there if we can. It's very spread out behind me. We can be a little bit greedy across the grass. I'm fine going across the grass. I don't know what tyres that thing's going to be on ahead of us. We are trying our very best to catch it, and the Pulsar's got a lot of mid-corner understeer there. We're going to go to the outside here. Now, I'm not likely to get around the outside of the Pulsar. My plan is going to be cut back on the exit. No, never mind. Pulsar blocks it. Pulsar took the defensive line through there. So we are going to go around the outside of the Pulsar. It puts us to the inside for the next corner. Can't do it. Not quite there with the Vauxhall. We've still almost got the nose alongside. We have got the car alongside. We're heading up towards the final corner. We can hold the Nissan out wide as long as we don't hit the wall. We're going to do it. Oh, that was a great race. That was a fantastic battle. I made a couple of little errors in all of that. The Pulsar's got a great run towards the line. I'm not going to give you too much space for that one. That was a fantastic battle between our two cars there. We hold on to a 5th position in all of that. Yeah, we had our own little scrap. Yeah, perhaps not surprised to see the semi-slick car shoot off towards the front. The Scirocco, and yeah, they're just in different classes really to us for this one. But we had a good battle in that. We head to a scramble circuit. Now, my vehicle should, in theory, be a bit stronger here. Oh god, we're a long way back. So, Impega's Corsa, for example, is going to hate this. While, yes, there is some tarmac to go around, it's going to be terrible off-road. Sure, fair enough. The rally-tired vehicles, of which there are a few, I believe the Bugatti, I'm pretty sure the Scirocco, are on the rally tyres. They're not going to be too bad. They're going to be slightly slower off-road than the likes of me and the Alpine for the pure off-road, because we have these off-road race tyres. And there's a few other cars on rally tyres. I'm not sure exactly who's on what. Did something just ping off the grid? Oh. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Anyway, I think me and Impega might be the only, certainly we're the only front-wheel drives in this. Oh, and Impega's just got a bucket load of understeer. This is probably not the worst circuit in the world not to have off-road tyres on. It's the low-speed acceleration zones where things get really bad for, like, the slick-tyred cars, for example. Here, I mean, they're up to speed. They don't have no speed in the corners, but yeah, it could be worse for them. We are hopefully going to pass the Supra here, although it's going to get busy. It's a bit busier than I would have liked. We are maybe able to get 3 cars in one corner. Yeah, the Supra just couldn't carry the speed through that turn, ends up drifting up into whatever it was on the outside of it. We're carrying mega speed through here against the Clio. We might be able to get to the door. Now, I think that's on rally tyres rather than off-road race. We've got good speed. Now, we will likely have more power than those on rally tyres. The off-road race tyres do give us a good amount more PI to play with. So, yeah, we can have a good amount of straight-line speed in this, in theory, if we don't clobber all the walls on the way past. Did not get that turn right. I don't know this track very well at all. I don't know if I've driven this more than once, so the inexperience probably won't help me in this one. But still, we'll see what we can manage to do with the Corsa. The Vauxhall, I think, is pretty good. I can't have too many complaints about the car. Front-wheel drive certainly still seems to be a good option to go for. Okay, so yeah, this section here we're going to be getting a little bit just because of straight-line speed. It's these high-speed corners. You can just visibly see how much more grip, how much more speed I can take through these corners as we pass the Clio without too much trouble. Now we're going to go chasing off after... What is it up ahead? A 205, I think? Oh, okay, don't do a front flip. I'll admit that was a little ambitious by me. We kind of got to get... We lost a fair amount of time on the first lap, so we kind of got to get a little bit ambitious around here if we're going to want to make up some places. If we're going to want to make up any time. I mean, you know, regardless of... Okay, we don't have the speed of the front-running cars here. But even if we did, we're so far back that from the start, just from the off, we'd lost so much time early on, it was always going to be difficult for us. we're going to have a bit of a coast on the way in. Still not that corner right either. Going to be a lot slower on the way in. Don't know what tyres the Twerk Stallion's on either. It's, I think that's going to be a very common thing for a little while we all figure out. I think everyone's probably just going to end up running rally tyres again. But it kind of feels like the extreme. It has become sort of quite extreme based, which doesn't necessarily make for the best racing, because you just get a lot of this. We're at least kind of lucky in that we've had cars to chase down and we've had stuff to race in this one. Unlike the Bugatti, for example, is in complete no man's land in third. Probably setting similar lap times to me, maybe a little faster. It's not any hope of catching the cars ahead. Probably not going to be caught to have a battle with something from behind. And this kind of, they're just the boring races that certainly I don't particularly like. I'd rather be in a fun race. The Scirocco's catching up to us after its weird start, actually, so we might have to battle with that one as well. That's going to be quicker than... there's a wall. Oh, that Volkswagen fired us forward. I don't know if the Volkswagen can see me. I don't think it can. It's the way it fired me forward suggests... Yeah, Volkswagen can't see me. The way it fired me forward suggests the car isn't being affected by mine, which is a pretty good indication that it can't see me, basically. So we gained a place and then we lost a place. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, we're not going to catch that. And now, unfortunately, for the remainder of this race, I suspect we're going to be left wandering around on our own, really. Yeah, I don't know how much speed I can take through to... In theory, we should be a little bit better through these corners than the Scirocco, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Oh no, bumps. Got that a little bit unsettled through all of there. Yeah, like up here, for example, we, in theory, should be able to take a little bit more speed than the Scirocco, but it's definitely not enough. Probably not if I brush the wall as well. That is not going to help matters. The Pulsar has taken the lead of the race in this one. Oh, that's fun and games, not. Jeez. Okay, yeah, don't hit that wall. Do not hit that wall. I guess it was more the angle that I clipped that wall at the back of the car. I certainly didn't intend to. Wasn't trying to bounce it off that. Just ran a little bit wide, and it really wanted to kick the car around. Okay, well, we're going to have to keep an eye out for Peugeot in these next couple of corners. And nope. Yeah, can't quite carry the speed through there. Where is that 205? It is too far back. Yeah, it's kind of all very, very spread out in this one. It's one of the most spread out B-class races I've seen in a while. So Pegger's down in 8th with the semi-slicks on that car. You know, this is always going to be... You expect it to be, because the semi-slicks now are the equivalent of what were race tyres. So of course they're not going to enjoy this. They're going to be good on twisty stuff. They're going to be good on the tarmac. But out here, they're not going to have a great time. We run away from the 205 again at the start of this lap, which is good enough. Yeah, we're just going to end up completely on our own in this one. We did have some fun races. We hit a wall that almost gave us a massive tank lapper. I think that must be a slight tweak in the physics engine. I don't remember managing, if you did ping off walls, or if you brushed them at that sort of angle previously, it would ever quite do that to the cars. I mean, it's more natural, you know, if you hit that wall, that is something that would happen. And that's not a criticism. I shouldn't have hit the wall at the end of the day. Oop. But yeah, jeez, it's so spread out. That is quite a thing. Yeah, our car was definitely just not good enough around here. We will cross the line in a 5th place. Not much more I could have really done in that one, I don't think. It could have maybe been a little bit more time found, but there we go. It'll be a 5th place, a mid-pack finish for me. Yeah, the half-time differences are crazy. But there we go. That's it for that one. On to the next one. Who knows what might happen? Pulsars on off-road race tyres. That's interesting. I guess that explains why we're so close on the tarmac race. We are heading back onto the tarmac. I'm hopefully going to have another fantastic battle with the Pulsar around this circuit. This is the Estadio circuit. Basically, we race around the stadium. Quite like this track, actually. Fun layout. We've had disconnections and Forza's being Forza tonight. Very definitely, we're down the back of the field. It's not going to matter. We're going to be at the back. I mean, normally it's front-wheel drive. I don't know whether that one is front-wheel drive. They didn't pay any attention to the launch of the first race. It did some glitchy weirdness in the second one. So, who knows? I guess we'll find out fairly quickly if it is front-wheel drive. The line looks like it. Looks like it was just the front wheel spinning. Anyway, yeah, this track has a decent mix. There's some fast bits, there's some nastier technical bits for the cars to deal with. I'm not going to have the grip of the Scirocco, or the Bugatti for that matter, through these corners quite. But, yeah, I definitely think it seems extra difficult to get it around the corners the first lap until the tyres seem to have warmed up. I'll have to do an investigation and figure out what tyre temperature does on here. I don't know, maybe it's just me like not being completely settled with the car yet or something along those lines. That Supra's had a bad time with some fencing. Don't know how fast I can be through here whatsoever. Not with this car anyway. I don't mind if I go on the grass, that's fine, we can deal with that one. Coming up towards the Twerk Stallion, there's a Skyline ahead of us. Oh, got a lot of speed on the way into here. Bugatti has got a bit ensnared in all of this. Skyline does not seem too happy. Ninetales' vehicle just not seem to quite be working. So far, at least. Who knows what might happen at some of the future tracks. It seems, okay, it's a ridiculous power car that is definitely not working most of the time. There goes the Supra. It's going to go past. Twerk Stallion's all out of straight line speed completely now. Okay, that was a little ambitious by me, I will admit. I tried to get greedy in getting back past the Supra, and that was a bit too brave. Supra smoked the tyres all the way through there. Yeah, we're not going to be continuing our battle with the Pulsar this time around. I mean, we've found some cars to have a battle with. It's really going to be how far up the order can we go now. After a poor start and a couple of silly errors by me, we are going to maybe get past the Twerk Stallion here. You kind of can't afford to be stuck behind it for any longer. Well, I thought I downshifted and I didn't, and then I got... bloody hell. My driving's atrocious tonight. I was trying to I thought I downshifted and then it didn't sound right, and I was busy trying to sort out my gears as I was stuck on the outside of a RX-7, and that really didn't work. I'm trying to carry speed in places I shouldn't, and everything. Yeah, this race is just going from bad to worse for me, really. Right, we really need to clear this RX-7 because that's it's so slow down the straights. We need to get this move completed into turn 1. Nicely does it. Okay, now we can focus on our own lines through these corners. The RX-7 might come back at us at some point. We'll have to wait and see. Now, can we go chasing after the Supra? I mean, then it's the 205 and the Skyline somewhere if it's pointing the right direction. It is still pointing the right direction. Okay, and the other thing we can do now is let's just sit and focus on a fastest lap of the race. And we're not going to win fast lap overall, but let's see how competitive we can be with this car. We know it's not great for this circuit, but what are we looking at in terms of actual pace? Take us up to second, trying to chase down the Alpine up at the front. There's probably a good fight going on up there. They're going to run it in there. Maybe, no, we got that one about spot on this time around. Okay, this lap much better. This lap has been much better by me. Less silly mistakes, more speed carried through the corners. We're definitely catching the 205. The Supra's got some good straight line speed if it stays under control through the corners. The Skyline, I mean, we know that's got immense top end, but is struggling in the turns, so it's going to ebb and flow the gap as we go through this. The Scirocco might catch us before the end of the race. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, 205 brushes the wall through here. Sadly, not slowed it down enough. Or sadly for me, not slowed it down enough to find a way past. That's not actually the line through there. I was going to try to go for like a big sweet air. Scirocco's going to get us long before the end of the race. There's basically no point me really fighting the Scirocco in this one. I know it's going to go past. I'm better off just let it go, focus on my own race, and maybe we can catch the Supra by the end of all of this. Oh, no. If I do that, though, because we're out wide. First part, we'll get away with it. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah, it's just a smidge too late turning in. I'm going to try and duck underneath the 205 through here. Not quite going to get it. Going to have to yield. Yeah, not quite going to make that one stick. We've got one more lap. Scirocco versus Supra up ahead. We've found a great little battle of our own to have. It's not over the front positions in this. Again, the spread is ridiculous. Can we pass the Supra by the end of this race? That's going to be the real interesting question. That car's are very, very different. I know my tyres are not great around here, but we are way more handling based than the Supra. But that's got way more straight line speed. If it's going to lose, it might help the Scirocco. It might really help me here. It might pen the Supra in through these fast corners. It might make the Toyota struggle to use its speed. It has got past now, but it may have not been able to pull as much of a gap as it would normally. So if we can be good through here, let's see if we can get it right this lap around. Much better for the Vauxhall. Even if we get past, though, we're still going to get outruns the line. That's the only problem. Unless the Toyota makes a mistake. It's had that's a very ambitious attempt there. The Scirocco is going to easily outturn it. Yeah, that was ambitious by the Supra. We were just a little too far back in that one. We closed in by the end, but not going to be enough there whatsoever. It's going to be. It was for a race where I ended up in 8th or whatever. It was actually a pretty decent race, but yeah, it is only an 8th place there. What was the lap time? 1:08.4. I mean, it's not that far away from Ninetales. It's not that far away from Impego, which is definitely not right. That thing should have been a lot quicker. The semi-slicks. Okay, it will be down on power because of the PI and everything, but there we go. Yeah, that was definitely right. Did not quite go the way I would have liked it to, but that is motorsport sometimes. So the next one. We head to the Caldera Scramble for our next race. Full off-road. I mean, we've got the tyres for it. I suspect the Alpine and the Pulsar are going to be quicker than me around here. Certainly the all-wheel drive Nissan is going to be quite strong. I mean, podium might be possible. We might be fighting with the Scirocco and the Bugatti, although they might still be just so much faster than me. The tyre difference isn't going to be enough. We'll have to wait and see. We should be able to do something. This is the best kind of shot our car gets. Ninetales' Skyline is not going to enjoy life here. I can tell you that much. That is not going to power, rear-wheel drive, definitely not on tyres that like this track. That is going to have a difficult day, or a difficult race around here. It's another circuit I do quite like this one. Let's see how much speed we can carry through this corner. Pulsar was a little bit out of shape on this first lap, because once we're up to speed, I mean, the all-wheel drive here isn't, I mean, it is still a little bit better, but it isn't as bigger a difference as some other places around the track and on different circuits, because a lot of this is kind of momentum based. If you're keeping your momentum up, it's not too bad. You know, my front wheel drive is not really costing me much compared to that, and it's really turn 1 is probably going to be the big difference here for the Pulsar. It's going to be able to put that power down much better coming out of turn 1. The Twerk Stallion's going to get in the way as well. Oh, Peugeot missed a checkpoint. The Mazda is going to be stuck trying to go around the outside here. Is going to have to fall into line. Let's see what we can do about chasing down. Oh, cars ahead. Oh, I'm going to buzz the limiter. That's not quite the right gear through all of that. Never mind. Right, that's okay. Through here, don't plonk the wall. Through the next corner. Focus on trying to chase down the Scirocco. Now we know that's on rally tyres, so we know they're not terrible, but my tyres are better than it. We do have a grip advantage over that Volkswagen. We just have a little, maybe a little top speed advantage over that car. Oh, brakes a little too late there. Going for a late apex. Wasn't my intention on the way into the corner, but with the way everything panned out, it was the make the most of the situation. And now we're a little bit stuck on the bumper of the Scirocco through there. Not going to find a way past like that. Oh, Pulsar's gone very wide. The Nissan is in all sorts of trouble. We're getting a bit ambitious here. With a very big slide from the Corsa. I got there's a slide on the way in, and I didn't really have much more I could. I was kind of already committed, and it was like, I know it's going to snap at some point, and it kind of ended up that it snapped in front of the Scirocco, and the Volkswagen couldn't really go anywhere. Just about make that corner. I'm trying to throw everything at the course that we can in the vague hope of catching up to the Pulsar. Unfortunately, Pulsar had that little bit of running wide moment, and while I gained, I then lost through the next corner because we got in trouble on our own in a different way. The Pulsar, not quite as good through some of these sections as the Vauxhall, but yeah, with the back enders move around a fair bit. This might be front wheel drive, but the back enders still move around in this car. Can we close with a couple of laps to go? It is expected that those on the off-road race tyres are going to run away at the front of this one. You know, full off-road race, it is likely to be the case here. These vehicles more specialised to this sort of stuff. The Bugatti's got up to 6th, although is a fair way back. Probably not going to make much more ground because we're on to the final lap already, actually. This is a short circuit. I forgot how short this track was. It's a fun track, but yeah, it is quite a short lap around here. Pulsar's out wide again a little bit, not quite as bad this time around. Yeah, I think it's just a smidge faster than me. If we'd got in front of it, we could probably have been difficult to overtake, but no, definitely not on third gear through there. I was trying something. It's yeah, not quite enough for the Corsa. We had a fun little battle working our way through. I say it was a little bit of a sneaky pass on the truck. It wasn't quite the intention. I just lost the back end, and when it did sort of catch and snap back the other way, we ended up that we kind of parked it in front of the Scirocco there. Yeah, lap time not quite there for the Corsa, but better than the rest of the field. Twerk Sailing gets 5th ahead of that Bugatti. Then we have the Peugeot, the Clio. Supra's down in 9th, funnily enough. And Pega got an okay-ish lap time considering that thing's on very funky tyres. We got a podium, at least. At least that is something in this one. I mean, it's all off-road race tyres on the podium for this, unsurprisingly. But we got the Corsa onto the podium. Actually, it's all different drive lines as well. It's rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and front-wheel drive. We head onto our final race. A rather technical circuit, this one. I am probably not going to do amazingly well here, if I'm honest. We've got some power, which is good, but that's not really going to save us around here. I'd be very surprised if Impega didn't. Well, I'd be surprised if Impega didn't get fastest lap. Winning, you can sometimes get held up in traffic, especially with our front-wheel drive cars. We might even be last by turn 1, because the Scirocco's quick, the Bugatti's quick, the Pulsar's quick, like launching I'm talking here, sorry. They're very fast off the line, they're quick overall as well, but they're quick launching, so they may well... Oh, the Scirocco's also front-wheel drive, actually, I forgot that wasn't converted. We will, be struggling. The Bugatti's not as fast away from the line as I was expecting it to be. We're quicker than Impega to turn 1, we're not going to hold it though. I mean, I'm almost like not that fussed about racing that group of cars. That group is not anything to do with me, almost, in this one. I know they're going to be way better suited here. My main focus is let's not make any silly mistakes early on. Let's not end up in the wall, or let's not end up in the bollard on the inside. That is the downside of this track. As much as I like this circuit, it's a fun little layout. The bollard on the inside can be a death sentence. It's really easy to clip, and if you don't hit that, it's really easy to miss your braking point and end up in the wall on the outside anyway. We found the Pulsar again. I wonder if we can return to our duel that we had at that first track. Maybe. This circuit may work a little better for the Pulsar. I think Impega's going to have a frustrating race in this one. I feel like that car may well be quick here, but is just ensnared in traffic with a load of straight-line speed cars. We're going to try and run in with some speed through here. God. I've not really quite got that corner right. Oh, and I've missed the checkpoint there. We're going to miss out on a really fun race. I was an idiot. I mean, the worst thing is like I knew I did it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't change my mind and the line I was doing when I got there. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Because now we're going to miss out on what looked like a really good fun battle. Because I don't know why you wouldn't put the checkpoint on the actual apex of the corner as well there. Let's face it, there's a wall on the inside. It's not like you can't be cheeky and cut the corner because, I mean, there's a building there. So why the flag isn't on the actual apex, I don't know. Yeah, they should have gone, you know, through the checkpoint gate and all that. But yeah, I mean, we might catch the little Isetta, but that's about it for me in this race. But we're going to catch it because it's had a horrible time through there. Yeah, let's not get too greedy. I don't know why you wouldn't put... They are on some of the other corners. But regardless, yeah, it's kind of irrelevant now. That race is done. The Corsa, I mean, I don't dislike it. It's pretty good. I feel like there's still going to be a fair bit of learning with the builds. I feel like the balance is awful at the moment in terms of what we've got going on here. I think that's a combination of some people being more experienced and knowledgeable with the builds of what's working and what isn't, etc., and some of us not quite so. I'm definitely going to have to take a little bit of time and figure out what I need to be doing to get these vehicles to work, because this is okay, and it's put up a decent fight, but it's definitely not quite there. So yeah, going forward, there will be. I think that we'll probably figure out and learn what we need to be doing with the cars as time goes on a little bit. I will say at the moment it seems to be there is some big discrepancies in terms of lap times. Like the field spread gets a bit ridiculous. May have to be some of the first one of these sort of pseudo team adventures that's quite open with restrictions. There may have to be a lot tighter restrictions if we want to get more close racing, which is at the end of the day the goal. You know, you always want as exciting racing as possible. You don't really want lots of driving around on your own. I mean, we've got a 205 to race with now. Okay, this race is a little bit skewed for me regardless because we miss a checkpoint and dumb stuff. But yeah, may have to be some little tweaking while we all learn, and it may be a little bit janky while people figure out, etc. God, I thought I was going to understeer wide. I actually got a bit more grip through there than I expected. 205 going to have a look at me, be brave to have a go down there. It is just a difficult place to pass this track, which again does make it a fun challenge in some ways. Your downhill is a dangerous braking zone, that downhill one, if you want to go for it. We're kind of catching the Supra, but we're going to run out of laps to do anything. I did not know I could be flat through there. I didn't think I was going to be able to. Slow it down for the final corner. Right, one more time around. Any mistakes by that Supra and it might be in trouble. I think though, as I said, it's so difficult to pass here. I'm not sure even if we catch it we're going to be able to do much about it. I don't know, we'll see. It definitely is a handful through these corners. There's definitely more to think about with the builds for the cars, let's put it like that, and I'm definitely not on top of it yet. So be much to learn. Might be a few more iffy cars from me. We may well see a few more iffy cars from all sorts of people that just don't quite work yet while we try experimenting with all sorts. This is either going to be a monumental dive at the final corner. I mean, we've got a great run, but it's not going to be close enough to do anything. Unless the Supra has a really big problem. No, I got greedy. Supra was actually really good through that final corner as well, as I tried. Damn, actually kind of annoyed because I ruined my really quick lap there as well. I wonder how fast that lap would have been had I not pinged the wall. That felt like a good lap. I felt like I was finally getting there a bit with the Corsa. Where did we sit lap time wise? Let's have a look. 52.0. Yeah, I mean we're up there with like Twerk Stallion. There's definitely a little bit more speed in that car. Maybe a 51. Maybe by the Pulsar, somewhere like that. If I'd got it all together. But yeah, there we go. Impega did, as kind of expected, get victory with a semi-slick shod Corsa. Yeah, this is definitely a curiosity. I think there's, as I said, I think there's going to be some learning how to get the maximum out of these cars when we're doing these sort of multi-surface disciplines, if you like. I'm not sure the crazy extreme is the best way to go necessarily, but there will probably be a race where you're very unstoppable if you do go that route. You can kind of like guarantee a win, but you're going to have not great time elsewhere. Definitely a curious one. Definitely a lot to think about. The Corsa is still pretty strong, though, I will say. Front-wheel drive is still pretty good for the lower classes, which is always nice to have that as an option. Yeah, this one, I feel like I could maybe got a little bit more out of it myself, perhaps. It took a little while figuring it out. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. If you'd like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. And that is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.